Much better than last week's episode for me. Uh, I don't hate this episode. Do not hate this episode. There's some cool stuff in this episode for sure. There's also a lot of lame stuff in this episode that was really cringe and kind of weird and retarded in my mind. But this was I definitely like this a lot better than last week's, for sure. Well, one thing on the Black Chrysanthemum, how did he even get in there? How did he even get to where Boba Fett was in the Bacta tank? Like, I wish we could have seen some sort of explanation of that. The flashback scene, it was short. The Sand People are dead. So obviously they're not gonna be. Everyone's like, you gotta give it time. Like he's part of the Sand People. They're gonna help him later on. This is a slow burn. Obviously, the Sand People aren't gonna be helping him out. So what does that say about what you guys know? Who thought that the Sand People? Yeah, they totally played it up for that. So I can totally understand that. I mean, it seemed obvious that that's what they were playing it up to, was that the Sand People were going to be helping them out at some point in time. No, it's not the case. They're all dead. So I'm glad it was sort of a somber, kind of sad scene. He had spent this time with the Sand People, and I didn't like it. So I really felt no emotion in that scene. They were dead. Good riddance, in my opinion. Whatever. I didn't like them being, these in-depth cultural beings that have feelings and culture. It's just, they're Sand People. In the Star Wars universe, they've always just been nomad savages, animals. So yeah, it's a different tribe. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, Sand People are gone, and he gets a Rancor. He gets a Rancor. Um, the twins end up coming and admitting, we sent him to kill you. We're so sorry. Please forgive us. How would they even know that he failed at that point in time? There's so many little things in this episode that just don't make sense to me. Again, I like this episode way more than I liked episode 2. But sorry, there's some stuff that just does not make sense in this episode. Now, of course, this is on my first viewing. Maybe there's some stuff I missed. Maybe there's some stuff that I'm wrong about, or I misunderstood, or I don't remember exactly. But for the most part, I mean, it was only 38 minutes long. So, it's not like it's that much stuff to remember. For the most part, I remember the whole thing. But yeah, so cool stuff. Them getting a Rancor. I thought it was weird with the, as soon as the first human they see, like, has the blinders been on this Rancor since birth? They go bond to us. I just I definitely had issues with this episode. Some of the stuff in it definitely just did not make sense. But it's cool that there's going to be a Rancor down there now. But they made it so like a lost puppy. He's chained up. He's depressed. He's just laying there. It's not just like a savage creature that just wants to eat and breed. just a mindless savage creature, which is the idea that I got for the Rancor in Return of the Jedi. Uh so I have some issues there. But again, I didn't hate this episode. Um like I said, there's definitely some cool stuff here. I'm glad they didn't spend too much time in the past. Um, and again, I gotta say, the Pee Wee Herman bikes with the Lost Boys 2.0, I just thought were so lame. So lame. Like, not cool at all. Like, can you imagine? Like, just hang on for a second. Just think about this. Say they make action figures from this show, and they have these Mr. Universal Soldier with his eye, and the chick in the other Lost Boys 2.0 with their Pee Wee Herman bikes figures in the package. Are you buying those? I'm not, because they're not cool. Sorry. Boba Fett, he's cool. He's cool. Like, this is a cool dude. This is a cool outfit. Like, I'm so tired of this just lame, generic, crappy designs of new characters and stuff in Star Wars. I mean, X-Wings, TIE Fighters, AT-ATs, AT-STATs, Star Destroyers, Super Star Destroyers. There's so much cool stuff in Star Wars, and they give you Pee Wee Herman bikes. Pee Wee Herman bikes. That is what's cool. Speeder bikes. Speeder bikes. How cool were they? They were so awesome. And they give us Pee Wee Herman bikes. So lame. Disney, whoever is designing stuff for these shows, please fire them immediately. Fire them. Send them packing on their way. Nicely. Thank you for the work that you've done. But we've decided to move on. We want some cooler shit in these episodes. Not Pee Wee Herman bikes. All right, so the Pikes are coming in. Looks like they're going to be going to war. There's so many questions I have. One thing I will agree with: Cobra Kai season 4. I loved every single episode of it. Every single episode was awesome. I love that show. I love Cobra Kai. A weekly episode release works for that show. It does that show justice. This show needs to be dropped all at once because there's so much lameness and there's so much crap in it that's just has you wondering and guessing about stuff. And you, like last week, everybody's like, "Oh, the sand people, they're building him up here. He's gonna help. They're gonna help him. They're gonna come in at the end. They're gonna help." No, they're dead. They're dead. So they're doing nothing else. This show needed to be dropped all at once so that you could judge the whole season from start to finish. Because now it seems like the sand people thing doesn't even matter anymore as far as continuing the story on. So I'm just I don't even know what to think right now moving forward in the show. I don't know what matters. I don't know what doesn't matter. Again, I like this episode way more than I liked episode 2. There was some cool stuff in here, but again, there was some cheesy stuff, and I don't know. We'll see what happens next week. I would imagine Coach is probably going to feel the same way I do with this. I'll be surprised if he thinks um too much different. Like, I'm sure he's probably not going to really care about the Pee Wee Herman bikes, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll be curious. Or the Rancor, like, take the blinders off, and then whatever human you see, you just fall in love with. You know, I definitely have my issues with this episode. But I don't know. I could just repeat the same stuff throughout this episode over and over all night long. Not going to do that. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought of this, and don't let me influence your mind. If you loved Pee Wee Herman bikes and blinder folder Rancor guy who just falls in love with whoever he sees, awesome. Like, who am I to tell you that you're an idiot? Which before, I did not call anybody idiots other than the people that were making comments without even watching our video, obviously. But yeah, if you like this episode way more than I did, because I'd probably give this... Nah, I would give it a solid 7. I would give this a solid 7. If you thought this was a 9 or a 10, I would not ever hate on you. If you thought this was worse than a 7, I could probably see your argument for that. I give this one a solid 7. To be generous. I'm being generous with the 7. I gave the first one like 7.5. Actually, you know what? Looking back on the episodes, I'd probably give the first one a 6.5. The second episode a 4.5 to 5, and I would give this one a solid 7. So this episode right here is probably my favorite out of the first 3 episodes so far, because there was a lot of cool stuff that I did like in this, even though I had issues with it. There was some stuff I liked in it. Like, I almost wish I could take all 3 episodes and chop them up and cut out all the crap out of it that I didn't like, and I could literally make I could probably make a 30 to 40 minute episode that still does the same thing as what these first 3 episodes has given so far. But that's just my thoughts, my views. You don't have to like it, but just be nice, just be nice in the comment section. If you absolutely loved it or hated it, we're not going to hate on you either or. It's all subjective at the end of the day. It's just Star Wars. It's just fantasy, pretend. It's not real life, guys. So try not to take this so seriously. Try to laugh, have fun. I'm trying to have fun with this review. So like I said, leave your comments below. And as Coach always says, you are Echo Based Network.
All right, everybody. So I just watched the full episode of the Book of Boba Fett, episode 3, and there were some cool parts to it. Overall, I'm going to rate it. I'll say this on the front end. I'm going to rate it a 7 out of 10. It just, we got less flashbacks, and I think that was a positive. The flashbacks that we did get, I thought that they worked. The Tuskens, they pulled at your heartstrings a little bit, showing their fate, demise, if you will. And Boba goes to war with the biker gang, and he's got the little teenagers, the youth that they called them. I thought that the colored speeders were off. That felt like very Power Rangers to me. You knew that the girl was going to go be the one to chase down the speeder. I do like the fact that Boba is building somewhat of a team now, besides just he and Fennec. But Fennec didn't do anything in this episode. This is another episode where Fennec didn't really do anything. It was awesome seeing Black Chrysanthemum show up and doing the fighting. It actually shocked me. I was like, more flashback scenes, and then boom, he shows up. And it was a good fight, but Boba absolutely took a whooping. Absolutely took a whooping. And it was funny to me how Black Chrysanthemum just allows Boba to crawl over to get a weapon, like when he absolutely had the advantage. And Boba would have been killed if it weren't for his little youthful teenagers with the robot eyes and stuff showing up. So he's using these people. He's going to war with the Pikes. The show is about halfway done, about 42% done at this point, and we're just now getting into it with the Pikes. Overall, I would say it was a 7 out of 10 for me. I'll have to watch it again, but as it stands right now, 7 out of 10. I did enjoy seeing the Rancor a lot. When it first showed up, I was like, okay, that's dope. And the Hutt's coming back and giving him the gift. But it's my sweet little baby. What are we going to call you? I'm your daddy. It's mommy. I didn't really like that part with the Rancor. But to see Boba Fett actually going to get on the Rancor and ride him around and take people out, that will be cool, I think. So anyways, guys, that is my very quick take and review. I did like it better, certainly better than the second episode. I need to know what you guys think about it. And we'll go from there. So we'll be probably live streaming tonight, having a live discussion with all of you. So anyways, thank you very much for coming by. And we are You Are Echo Based Network, and we will always respect your opinion, and can't wait to hear it. See you guys.